Let's take a look at the chart for Bitcoin. Okay, so here's what we were looking at in my last video. We're on the 4-hour time frame right now, and we had resistance, resistance, resistance. We were watching this trend line going to the downside. I was saying until we break this trend line going to the upside, then it might cause us some problems or give us resistance. I was watching for a breakout to the upside, and I was hoping we can break out and target the previous resistance up here at around 48,000. But it looks like we broke down the trend line that I was watching on the daily time frame. So let's go ahead and delete this 4-hour time frame, and let's jump over to the daily time frame, and let me show you what I was looking at. We had resistance right here, resistance right here, we had support right here, and support right here. Let's draw some trend lines. This is what we were looking at on the daily. We had a top right here, and we had a bottom, something like this. We broke to the bottom going to the downside right here. What I'm doing right now is targeting from the top to the bottom of this channel pattern, dragging this to the breakout, and I'm looking at a target of approximately 41,500. The other thing I'm looking at is we have this bottom support, or we have this support right here. We came down, found a bottom, got support, got a push to the upside. What I'm hoping is that we could stay above this level right here. This is sitting at around 40,000, 41,000, somewhere around there. I mean, we wicked down all the way down here to around 39,715. So basically what I've been talking about in my videos too is we have a low right here, and we have a high right here, a low, high, and we're looking for where we're going to find a low and get a bounce. I thought we were going to get a low right here and get a bounce out, but it looks like we broke our support and we're heading down again. So now I think, in my opinion, we're going to be testing the support right here. And I think another thing we could do is let's go ahead and delete that, because we have our target, which is around 41,500. That's what I'm kind of looking at. I have a limit order at 41,500. But the other thing I'm looking at is we have resistance right here, resistance right here. So let's do a trend line, maybe down something like this now, since we're starting to push to the downside again. Until we break this downtrend going to the upside, then I'm going to assume that it's going to be pushing us down. And same with the 9 moving average. Let's go ahead and delete this real quick. But we have this 9 moving average, this blue line right here. I was hoping that we could come in and test it. It was kind of getting to the side of us. I was hoping we could break above it, but it looks like we got rejected and we're starting to push down. But if you notice, right at that 9 moving average where we started to get kind of close to testing it, it got rejected and started pushing down. So like I've been saying, I like being above this 9 moving average as opposed to being below it like we are right now. This is the 9 moving average. We're below it. What I want to see us do is break through it and be above it so we can get support on it, as opposed to getting resistance when we hit it. Because if you look back, we have support when we're above it, and then when we're below it, when we break below it, we start getting resistance on it. So that's just something to look out for. That's just something that I really like to watch, is the 9 moving average on the daily time frame. And then the other thing I was talking about is the weekly time frame. We have this 9 moving average right here. It looks like we came up, tested it, and got rejected, and now we're pushing down. So like I was saying, the main thing I want to see us do is get a higher, or I want to stay above this level right here. I want to see us make a higher low going something like that, as opposed to falling down here and making a lower low. I think if we do that, then that's not going to be a good sign, and we might be going down to around 30,000 approximately. That's the next support. If we can't hold support right here, what I'll be looking at is around 30,000. So yeah, like I said, it wicked all the way down to around 39,700. So I mean, that's possible. Yeah, like I said, the limit order I'm looking at is around 41,500 because of this channel pattern just for now. Let's see if we could get a bounce there, or let's see what happens. I think in the smaller time frame, the other thing we could do is we have resistance right here, resistance right here. We're on the daily time frame. I guess we could even do this on the daily, but we have something like this. Let's see what it looks like on the 4-hour time frame. Well, what I'm thinking is, until we can break this downtrend going to the upside, then this is the one that we're kind of looking at. I mean, you can kind of see it on the daily time frame too. Like I said, the main thing I really want to do is stay above 41,000. I have my limit order set at 41.5k. Let's see if we could stay above there and maybe break this trend line that's going to the downside, somewhere around there. Maybe get a breakout, but I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see. Until we do break this trend line going up, then it's potentially going to give us problems and push us down. Let me know what you guys think though. If you guys like Bitcoin, hit the thumbs up button. If you have any questions, check out my Discord. If you want to support the channel, go check out my Patreon or go subscribe to me on Twitter. If you're new to technical analysis and wondering what program I use, here's a playlist and it'll give you a rundown on TradingView and how to get started. All right, I'll see you guys in the next one.